Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 11 of the My Team Career Mode here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. In last episode, obviously we had the unfortunate DNF early on in the French GP. We'll be looking to bounce back here for Hungary though. But with that, we're gonna head into the Pirelli Hot Lap for the average speed zone. So here we are in Hungary, in Budapest, and we'll see how well we can do here for the average speed zone. See if we can actually finish this. Here we go for our first run though, and I'm gonna have a ton of issues here. We go in way too deep and get disqualified. Here we go for our second run though, after getting disqualified on the first run. We're gonna be on the brakes way earlier than last time. See, right at that yellow board. We still run a little bit wide. Luckily, don't get the lap disqualified. This is a very tight, very slow section of the track heading into the chicane. It's a very tight chicane. Going over the curbing very aggressively. We run up to the line, and we're gonna get a silver on the second run. Here we are, already about halfway through the third run, and we run wide and get disqualified. So it's going to be a silver here for the Pirelli Hot Lap as we get set to head into practice one. Here we are for the final lap of the average tire wear test, and you can see we're really struggling. We're also 13 seconds off the pace of Carlos Sainz. I don't even know what we need to do. Tire wear usually hasn't been an issue for us, but we're just struggling here around Hungary. We do go for a little bit of a tighter line there. Let's see if there's anything we can do to maybe get this out of the red, but still nothing we can do. We do gain quite a bit through there, and then we're going to lose it here in this. Or no, we don't lose it. Chicane time now, very low speed corner. So far, we're still in the green, but we're down a second on the lap time, so this doesn't look good for us here. We run wide. Yeah, I have zero pace here this weekend around Hungarian, so it'll be very interesting to see in the race. We run very wide, just trying to find time, but we're not going to do it. And because of that, we are going to fail the tire wear program for, I believe, the first time in this career mode. After that average tire wear run, we're going out now for the qualifying pace run. We're probably not going to get it, especially judging the times in the tire wear program. So let's see. Down into turn one, right down to the bottom, a little wide on exit, and that's going to drop his time. So far, so decent. We're going to lose time on entry. Nearly, gained it a little bit in the middle of the corner, and then was just on the brakes way too long. We lose time because of that. We're still trying to find something here. We're just really struggling. Gained a little bit time on entry, and then we lose it on the exit, and this is going to very clearly be a failed program as we go through the chicane. Not a bad run through the chicane there. We gain a little bit on the entry to this winding S's, and then we lose time. And yeah, we're not going to be able to drag ourselves out of this, no matter what. So we are going to fail the qualifying pace program as well as the average tire wear program. As we nearly spin it, we do spin it on the exit. I don't even know what to do right now. This car's very bad. We are way behind even Williams on the R&D chart. We're just going to finish this lap though. But with that, we're jumping straight into Q1 here, heading out for our first out lap. Just going to try and get some heat in the tires. We're going to let the car behind through if we don't spin in front of them. We're going to let Latifi through. or are we just gonna do the stupid chicken game with us? If I'm not paying attention, I drive straight into the grass. Here we are, though, getting set to start our first lap. DRS open down the main straightaway here. Obviously, they call Hungary Monaco without the walls, and that's pretty true with how tight this track is. Down into turn 1. Decent corner run right out to the exit curve. We've got Alexander Albon behind us on the brake. See if we can maybe get a better run through here than we've been getting. Not the worst run, but definitely not the best. We're still trying to do whatever we can here. Obviously, we've definitely struggled in qualifying this season. But so far, not too terrible. Obviously, Albon gaining on us, so I definitely don't expect to see even a decent lap here. Definitely don't even expect to be off the last spot in the grid. We run a little bit wide, nearly spin the car out, but we're still just trying to hold on to it. Albon has closed in, and that's definitely not a good sign. We're going way too deep again, trying to get a quick exit. Second to last corner, running right out to the exit curve, final corner, and it's going to be a 1:19. We do go faster than Zhou Guanyu, but we're 0.3 off of Alex Albon. Here we are exiting the pit lane now at the end of the session. We're going to let Kevin Magnussen, Daniel Ricciardo, a couple of other guys through here, just trying to get set for a final lap so we're not in the way. We let Piastri through, and for some reason, our laps have been invalidated, and we're not going to be able to get back out there and make a run. So it's going to be, at most, a P21 here today. Unfortunate for us, but we'll see how it goes for Saturday's race.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We're not expecting too many retirements at this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Norris, Max Verstappen, and Perez. Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Ocon, and Charles Leclerc. Mick Schumacher, Vettel, Pierre Guanyu Zhou, and Oscar Piastri. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Latifi and Thomas. And now it's time to head down to the track. And a warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Why don't we discuss Red Bull? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that has definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
So there you have it, starting P22 on the grid here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We decided to take a new engine here. Obviously, we were running a worn engine in France, so we had to take a new one here. But it's going to be the mediums to the hards as we go down to the formation lap. Here we are, though, getting set to pull into the grid, lighting up the rear tires. We're going to try and aim towards the inside, and we do get an optimal grid slot here. 0.2. 5 red lights, though, are out and away we go. It's not a great getaway from us, but on the secondary start, but we do get a good run here on Tsunoda and Latifi up ahead. Unable to do anything with that. But down in the turn one, we send it in. down the inside of, or tried to go down the inside of her teammate Piastri. Piastri up to 14th. We're up into 17th. Can we maybe get Pierre Gasly around the outside here? We're looking. Yellow flags behind. We go around the outside of Pierre Gasly. Not going to be able to make the move, and Nicholas Latifi out of the session. Virtual safety car deployed. What happened to Latifi? And it looked like he just ran straight into the back of the Haas there. Yeah, right into the back of the Haas. Unfortunate for Latifi, but kind of just a Nicholas Latifi moment there. But lap 1, both myself and Piastri made up a couple of spots. Safety car is now deployed, but we're up to P17, Piastri up to P15. Here we are, though, at the end of the opening lap, under safety car still, obviously, and they just check up ahead of us, and we narrowly miss the back, or the rear right tire of Pierre Gasly. Talk about a heart attack and a half. We do manage to not hit the AlphaTauri, but let's take a look at this. Look at how close we were to hitting that AlphaTauri. Oh my goodness, look at that. We're basically touching him, yet luckily no damage and no penalty. Here we are, though, on lap 3, safety car coming in this lap. We're going to see if we have any shot at a move here on Pierre Gasly. Here we go, though. Safety car is in. We are back racing. Do we have a shot at a move here on Pierre Gasly? In the exit of the final corner, we did not get a great run. Gasly is going to be able to keep ahead of us here. Do we have a shot at a lunge into turn 1? No, we're not close enough. We definitely thought about it, but we think better in the end. So it's still P17 here. Stroll behind us. Here we are on lap 7. Kevin Magnussen behind us. We go in way deep. And on the exit, we nearly lose the back end. We save it and end up cutting across Kevin Magnussen. But we do get back going here. Down to P20. Very big mistake, but you can see we've dropped off from Pierre Gasly. We are struggling here in Hungary. Here we are, though, on lap 7. At the end of the lap, up ahead, yellow flags, is our teammate Piastri. Oh, and Piastri's out of the session. We see him parked up at the edge of the road. Heartbreaking end for our teammate's day. But that just means we're P19 instead of P20. Here we are on lap 9. Obviously dropped off a ton and we just go around. This race has gone from bad to worse. Somehow we didn't get high centered on the curbing though. We tried to get the car back straight. This is not a good track for this car. Obviously we struggle with the downforce and chassis. And down into the chicane. We get on the throttle and spin it out again. A tough day for us. And at this point, we're just going to have to call it quits. And we'll DNF from the Hungarian Grand Prix.
And it's a performance to be proud of from our Hungarian Grand Prix winners. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Well, Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Well, there you have it, though. George Russell, Grand Prix winner again here. He won last week in France. He wins again here in Hungary. this is probably the result a lot of people wanted to see in the real-life race.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader.
That'll be it
so
from
then,
the
Natalie
Hungarian Grand
Pinkham,
Prix.
who would you
Not the
rank
race
as your
we were looking
driver of
for.
the day?
Daniel
But we'll
Ricciardo
see you next
certainly
time
impressed
for
me
the Belgian
today.
Grand
An
Prix.
incredible
Goodbye.
performance.